Ignacia Bordallo Butler was born in Hagat, Guam in 1897. Her dad, Baltasar Bordallo, was from Spain.
He was a farmer and he made a lot of money by selling copra. Copra is the dry meat of coconut.
Ignacia's mom was named Rita Flores Pangilinan.
From the Cola family.
They were farmers too, and they raised cows.
Ignacia went to the Philippines for college and became a teacher. When she went back to Guam, she met Chester Butler.
After they got married, they opened a store in Hagåtña that was called Butler's Emporium.
Do you like Coca-Cola? Because Ignacia and Chester Butler were the first people who ever made Coca-Cola on Guam.
The Butlers sold a lot of things at the store. They also sold ice cream.
In addition to that, they also ran a theater and a part-time radio station.
On December 8, 1941,
the Japanese attacked Guam. After that, they took over the whole island. And all the Americans were sent to jail in Japan, even Ignacia's husband.
Life was really hard for Ignacia and her family during the war.
Her older son, James, helped her to work the business.
The Japanese took an electric generator that she had been keeping in the basement.
The Japanese wanted to know where all the family money was. Luckily, Ignacia and her husband sent a lot of the money to the banks in the United States before the Japanese invaded.
The Japanese beat and punished her.
The Japanese tried to force her to tell which Chamorus had radios because at the time, radios weren't allowed.
And throughout this entire thing, she didn't know whether her husband was alive or not.
No matter how hard things got, Ignacia never gave in.
Ignacia didn't tell anything to the Japanese. She pretended not to know anything that the Japanese wanted to know.
And when they wanted to drink Coke,
she hid all the Coca-Cola syrup from the Japanese.
Ignacia was able to send food to George Tweed, who was an American in the Navy, hiding from the Japanese. And they were never caught. She was so firm, yet gentle, that some of the Japanese began to admire her.
Ignacia survived the war and opened her business again, but it wasn't the same after the war.
The military took so much of the Butler's land. Her husband also survived the war, but when he came back, his health suffered.
And 7 years later, he died.
But Ignacia continued to run her business.
Ignacia donated a lot of the money to the church to help people in need.
She and her husband had 6 kids.
And 2 of her daughters became Carmelite nuns. Ignacia really loved to travel.
Ignacia loved to travel to holy places like Israel,
Lourdes, and Fatima.
Ignacia died at the age of 95, April 18th, 1993.
She is fondly remembered by her family and the Manamka.
As one of Guam's first businesswomen, she gave us a great example of hard work, dedication to her family and her community, and loyalty to our island.